All right, getting back on this today and doing the rest of that wiring. Put the horn button in. Got the other fitting for the rear, for the return line off the pump. Hopefully the grommets show up, or the rubber mounts for the pump, and then that'll be done. And we'll get this show on the road here. Hey, don't forget to hit the like button for us if you're watching this video for the first time. If you're on our channel, make sure you subscribe. Appreciate that. And leave some comments if you like. That's always good. So, getting back on this thing today. We're going to do some more wiring. Catch you up on what's going on with it. We'll get back to you in a second. Let me get some of this stuff done. All right, so we got this done up. Right, so we got this harness going here. So this is going to be running the car. This will be attached to the column, and then that'll turn. Okay, and then when we're all done, we'll do a wheel alignment on the car, set the wheel up straight, and then put the steering wheel on so it's straight, because everything has got so much adjustment on everything that you can get the wheel perfect. All right, so I'm going to run this in the car, from this side of the car over to that side of the car, to the power and to the solenoid or whatever it's got to go to. So one's a trans brake and one is line lock. All right, so he has trans brake is going to be red, the line lock is going to be green. Orange, green. How's everybody doing today? I got my two best friends in here.
Man, you consider us friends only because I'm driving.
Only because you're driving and he's in the back.
That's only because we pay him.
That's right. And they said, you want to come get coffee? I said, sure. So we're going to Wawa. Wawa is our favorite place other than home.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yeah, we love Wawa.
We're going to go get some Wawa coffee.
My bad.
So this is why we come to Wawa. To get coffee.
Excuse me.
There we go.
Is this made with love?
This is why I don't come with him.
Come on, answer us.
Yeah.
You got enough over there, John? Whatever.
I want to show people what you do. That's why I don't come with you.
You know you. Whatever.
Come on, don't be nice now. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm being
Go ahead.
quiet. I'm
Go ahead.
scared.
Go ahead. You know you want to say something. Go ahead.
I don't even like you, man. My wife watches these videos.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, sorry. So the isolators, rubber mounts, whatever you want to call them, those showed up. I'm going to put them on the pump. The line for the... What'd I just do with it? The line for this regulator showed up. And something else just showed up. What else just showed up? 1, 2, everybody showed up today. UPS, FedEx. Oh, the fittings for the back. So those showed up. So we got them on there. Made the other end of this. Right there. Vent tube. Rollover valve is already built into the tank. So now I can mount the pump, run all the fuel lines, wire the pump, and then we'll start testing the pump and testing all these switches and stuff that we put in. This is all done. Okay, so that gets mounted to that. And that gets mounted to that, like that. There's your 4-way and directional. Line lock is run over to that panel. So you got the line lock run to that, and the trans brake is run to that. And now I'm going to run the trans brake wire from there back to here, under the rug and through the floor. So it'll plug into the transmission, and then that'll be done. Well, we're getting there. A little bit to go, a little bit to go. I wired these. I wired your MSD So we were on the phone for like an hour waiting for MSD to answer the phone so the tech line could tell me which wire went where. And good thing I did, because the purple wire or the violet wire goes to the orange and the orange wire goes to the green wire. Okay, instead of, you would think it went the other way, but no. Okay, let's see. Made a nice little panel up here. Beanie's sitting so far back, right? So you can't get to the horn. That's the horn button, and that top switch is going to be a fan. So he's got a fan in here. This bright light. The fan is going to get mounted down there. And so we got a couple more wires to run here, and then we got to finish wiring some more stuff. So little at a time, little at a time. Making the ends, plugging them in, shrink tubing them, and all that stuff. So, but we're getting there. Okay? You know what time it is right now? Coffee time. So we're making the hole for a rubber grommet to run the trans brake wire down to the tranny on that side. Got this line all hooked up. That's all done now. And I'm working on the back. I got the isolator rubber, I don't know, whatever you want to call these stupid things. The rubber mounts for that. Now we got to mount that in there. All right, okay, gang. Wires are getting less and less. Got the fuel pump all set up. Fuel pump's all done. Wiring's all done. Return lines on. Vent tubes on. Feed lines on. Gotta cut those back. Got the switch in here. This is all mounted, ready to go. Doing some testing here, make sure some of the wires are good. So all that stuff already, everything that's wired that I did wire so far works except for one thing. So that's why you got to keep checking them. So the wire going to the neutral safety switch was actually in the wrong spot, or the wire. I'm sorry, the wire was in the wrong spot. So switch that. That works. Starter works. Bump button start works. The directionals, I have to switch the wires on that because it's actually, the left is going right and right is going left. So I got to figure out what's going on with that. I think it's the switches in there because, so I'm going to check those back over. And that's it. I'm going to check the line lock and the trans brake next. Make sure those work after I get the neutral safety switch wired, rewired, and then we should be good with all that. And then the last thing is, well, not the last thing, but the lights will be the last thing, not the headlights. The marker lights in the front will be the last thing. And now that I got all that buttoned up, I'm going to fix that, and then I'm going to come back here. I ran this harness back here. We're gonna run the wires to the two tail lights and brake lights, and then that should be done. Okay, so I got that wire running down here like this. So I'm gonna check all those. All right, we do that next. So the back is finished. Got all that wired in there, all this wired in here. Got the new bulb sockets. All right.
Power.
Got power?
Yes.
Brakes?
And brakes.
Oh, yeah. And then the directionals is the next thing I gotta fix. Alright? Alright, so in here, just waiting for one more little thing for the wires. Trans brake is hooked up. All that works. I'll show you all that in a minute. In the meantime, I'm gonna glue these plugs in. These go in these holes like that. I'm gonna glue them in. Then we can start cleaning this mess up in here. Start putting the carpet together or whatever. Alright. Alright. You're all done. Now we can focus on cleaning this out. let that dry for about an hour or something. I'm gonna go get me some coffee. When I come back, I'm gonna clean this all up, finish a couple little wires over there, and then I'll give you a little rundown on the tester. Go through a systems check real quick. All right, so while we're waiting for the plugs in there to dry on the floor, we're done, pretty much done under the hood except for putting fluids in it. So I'm gonna install the new valve covers now. We gotta put new studs in it. So we gotta take all the studs out of the head. I got 2 of them out already. Get the rest of them out and put these new covers on it. I got Holley Performance, GM Performance. Nice, really nice. So I checked them, they fit. Those other valve covers, I had to take them off because they wouldn't fit up against this engine plate. All right, but those fit. Okie doke. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, so get them on there. We had to go get a socket because they're 12 point and they look good. All right. Getting to the fluids part. I'm waiting on those 2 wires for the directional switches for the front. So putting the tranny fluid in, this takes forever because it's got a little tiny hose they gotta fill it through. And then we're gonna fill up the rest of it. The valve covers are done. Josh is starting to clean up the inside. We're gonna silicone the 2 sides of the floor to the frame rails, to the rockers or whatever. And then we can start putting the carpet in. Got all the shifter stuff together. So once we put the carpet in, we're gonna do the back first. And then work our way to the front. Do the center, put the shifter in it, and leave this side open so I can finish wiring what I gotta wire. And we'll start putting the wheels on it and whatnot. Put the rims and tires back together.
Where'd that one adapter for the back?
In the other room on top of the sandblaster. Alright guys, we're getting there. Alright, so last step in here anyway. Siliconed the edge where the floor meets the rocker. Vacuumed it all out. Got that all cleaned up. Get these papers off of here. Going on the inside. Look what we got now. Got the wheels on it. The only thing left to do underneath is attach the shifter after I get the carpet on. I can let it down. Got tranny fluid in it. Got the spark plugs out of it. We're going to crank it over without the plugs in it and make sure everything's okay because the motor was sitting upside down for a little while when it was sitting here. I'll make sure there's nothing in there to hydro lock nothing up. Nothing came out, but you never know. The plugs are real easy to get out. You get this wrench like that, knock them right out. Okay? So we're almost there. Tomorrow, I don't know what, no, okay, so those wires ain't getting delivered for another 2 days. But if I could probably do everything except that and get it done. Then I got to take the nose off and finish putting all the little rivets on the Zeus fasteners. Grind them all down. I got to pick up some water wetter for the radiator. I'm going to wet sand the 2 quarter panels on the bottom of those lines. Yeah, you still got a few more things got to be done, but we're down to the last nitty gritty stuff now. It won't be long. 1 or 2 more videos, you guys will be watching this thing running. And then we'll get to go to the track with it. Alright, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave some comments. Let us know what's going on out there. Alright, talk to you guys in the next video. Couple of days.